As I was preparing for this conference, I remembered my mother, my late mother. And I dedicate this sermon to her as I share with you. This is the woman who raised me up and put me on a higher ground in the highway of history. Allow me to share a quote which was given by Harold B. Lee. It comes from the East, the Orient. He said, and quote, "You cannot lift another soul until you are standing on a higher ground than he is. You cannot light a fire in another soul unless it is burning in your own soul." End of quote. I remember this lady that immediately I catched polio. She stepped in and held me with a heart that was so precious. And she did two things that changed my history. Number one, she believed in me. And she believed that I was one of her best children. Out of 11 children, we were 12, but one Pastor Nali. 11 children, I'm number 4, and she believed in me. Number 2, she was not shy about me. So as I grew up, she kept on talking about what I will be, not what I was. He never entertained to speak about my disability. He kept on speaking to the future and therefore prepared me to climb up the ladder and wanted to place me where those who are in higher position should be. And in a period of about my first 20 years, even I had not gone to school, the words of this mother made me later, as she was weaning me out of, because actually I needed more time to be taken care of. So I took about 15 years on a snuggle. And at that time I became too heavy. And this is what she said to me. "Keep game, boy. I can no longer carry you." And then she used this word, "Moitanyo, ngoribo te Jehovah ag Mungu." She didn't know the difference. She thought there were two, but she said, "May Jehovah and God take care of you and the rest." Can you see how she lifted? And I was not a Christian. I didn't believe in God. We belonged to tradition. Later on, I gave my life to Christ. And I realized the words of my mother that propelled me into salvation. I looked for that Jehovah and God, and I found him. And I found him in the church. And then his hands, not only did he save me, but he lifted me and set me on a higher ground. And therefore, as I was preparing to come and speak with you, I dedicated my sermon to my late mother, Talaai. And so as I speak to you today, it is my mother talking to you. Can you give a hand unto the Lord?